Hi guys, I'm Sergio Torres, and today I'm going to be showing you a push exercise called the seated shoulder press. And along with that, I'm also going to be showing you both a progression and a regression, which you can use to modify this exercise so that it fits the level of experience that you need it to fit. So with that, let's get right into it, guys. Alright guys, so firstly I'm going to go over how to properly do this exercise normally. So being that it is a seated shoulder press, the most important thing you're going to need is something to sit on. I here have a pretty level stool, but you can use whatever you need or whatever you have at your disposal, whether that be a bench, a chair, whatever is really around you. So once you have that, you're just going to take a nice seated position. Make sure your feet are firmly planted on the floor, and make sure you keep your back level and straight as possible, keeping that nice good posture so you don't strain your back. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and pick up your dumbbells, which are another very important part of this workout. I here have 15s, but you are welcome to use whatever weight you feel comfortable using. So once you have those firmly placed in your hands, you are simply going to bring your elbows up to a 90-degree angle to the outside. A lot of people want to bring their elbows in or have them right here bent inwards towards their head. That is not the proper way. It is going to put a lot of strain on your shoulders as well as your triceps, which are the main focus of this exercise. So make sure you have this nice 90-degree angle on both of your elbows. And once you do that, you are simply going to push up and then slowly come back down. And then push up and slowly come back down. And that is how you complete a rep of the seated shoulder press. Now guys, this exercise, as I mentioned, mainly focuses on your tricep, as well as your shoulder muscles and your upper chest, as well as your upper back. That is why it is very important to keep that proper posture so you don't put too much stress on any of those muscles. Alright guys, now let's say for example you don't feel comfortable with that exercise, you're not at the level to do that exercise normally, you're just getting started, whatever the situation may be. I'm going to show you a regression that should help you do this exercise a lot easier and hopefully take some of that tension off of your back and shoulder muscles. So as you can see, I have gone ahead and switched out my stool to this nice sturdy chair. It has a back support. This is probably going to be the biggest way that you can regress this exercise in order to make it easier. This back support is going to provide a lot of support for your back, which is obviously going to relieve a lot of stress off of those muscles. Another regression you can add on top of this is reducing the weight. So I'm going to go ahead and switch out my 15s for some 8s. And like I showed you earlier in the video, you're just going to take a nice seated position, bring your elbows up to form that 90-degree angle, and try and maintain that posture as sturdy as possible, keeping your back straight, but obviously using that back support to the best of your ability. Then once you take the seated position, you're just simply going to push up and push down. Push up and push down. And that's how you complete a rep on this regression. Once again, guys, this back support really helps relieve a lot of that stress off of your back, as well as your shoulders muscles, which should hopefully make it easier for you to complete a rep on this exercise. Now finally, we're going to go over a progression for this exercise. Now, the progression for this exercise is for people who are a bit more experienced, feel a little bit more comfortable, want to test themselves a little bit more. This is how you would do it with this exercise. Now, as you can see, I have removed both the chair and the stool at this point. The reason for that is I'm going to do a squat seated shoulder press. So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and pick up my dumbbells. Now, being that this is a bit of a harder exercise, I am sticking with the 8s. But if you want to take it a step further, you can even up your weight level if you so desire to do so. But what you're going to do is you're simply going to squat down as if you were seated in a stool or the chair that we showed earlier. You're going to get a nice good bend on those knees, and you are going to bring those elbows up to that 90-degree angle as shown before. From here, once again, you're going to make sure your back is straight as possible, and you are just simply going to push up and push down, push up and push down. Then you can set your weights down, slowly unbend your knees, and you're done with that rep. Now, this progression, like I mentioned, it's for a bit more experienced people who are more experienced feel more comfortable with this exercise. The reason for that is this puts a lot more stress on your muscles. It requires them to do a lot more work, and it also involves new muscles. Now, instead of just involving your upper chest, your back, your shoulder and triceps, it is now also including your knees and your thighs in order to keep yourself sturdy, which hence is giving you more of that progression. So that's pretty much it, guys. Thanks for watching.